So now let's work on the second form. So this is the information that you need: the phone name, the email address, password, and then the confirm password. So what you can simply do is let me close the socials, and then let me close the form right here. And what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna take the full container, and then I'm gonna copy it, and then just copy all of this, then put it one under it, and then I'm just gonna go to the socials. I'm gonna remove them from the second one. And also there is something in the header. What is it? This header. Let me remove that, and this is gonna be sign up. And for the text, you write whatever, it doesn't matter. And for the initial values right here, we need other values. So maybe I can go to the top and define the other values also. So the first one is going to be phone name. And then also we're going to have the email. So let's just call it email. And then also we're going to have password. And then also we're going to have confirm password, like that. So all going to be initiated this way. And also we have to copy all these values and add them right here. So this is for the sign up. So this is going to be for full name first, and then it's going to be email, and then password, and then the last thing is going to be confirm password. I hope this is all right. For the validation schema, we're going to create a new one. So let's leave it now empty, but we're going to create one. Okay, we'll just leave it. We're going to change that. And for the inputs, so for the circuit icon, okay, the type is going to be submit, and the text is going to be sign up. And let's remove this forget right here. And then for the inputs, let's actually, the first one is going to be text, and the name of it is going to be, okay, so it's going to be full name. I'm just making sure. Okay, so full name, or we can call it name, whatever you want. For the icon, let me just, icon is going to be user. And then right here is going to be full name. Okay, and the rest is going to be the same. This is going to be, the type is going to be, just leave it text. Okay, and then for the name is going to be email, and then the icon is going to be email, and then this is going to be placeholder email address. I might do something wrong, but we're going to fix that. Let me copy this again. So the type is going to be password. And then also the name is going to be password, and the icon is going to be password, and right here also this is going to be password. And then I'm going to copy the last one, because this is going to be type password. The name is going to be confirm password. Okay, and then for the placeholder, I'm just going to go retype password, something like that. And then I can go back and see what's going on. So by going right here, we can see, okay, so the phone name, there is a problem. Phone name is not defined. So if I go right here, full name. Okay, so yeah, the problem is it's defined here, but we didn't like extract it. When we extracted values, we didn't extract those. So let me just extract them. So copy all of them and just add them right here when we extract everything. So I'm just gonna add this here. I'm gonna remove, okay, save, and everything's gonna be fine now. So let me just try again and see. Okay, and as you see, this is the left side, the sign in, and the right side is the sign up. So if there is something wrong, we're gonna see later. We'll work actually on the functionality. So one thing I want to change first is going on to the phone name, and I'm just gonna change it to name. I feel like that's a better name to have for it. So this is gonna be name, and then go up right here to the, this is gonna be name. And then also for the values and the initial values, this is going to be name, like that. And also if you go back right now, and let me open the inspect element to show you something. So everything is looking fine when it comes to responsiveness. As you go down, it's still fine, but at certain limits, I feel like it starts to be a problem. So you want to define like a point where it's actually still look good, something like at 790, for example. Just like depend on what you want. You can do it now, maybe later. It's up to you. But I'm just gonna go. So I'm gonna go to the sign in. I'm gonna go to the top. So right here, I'm just gonna add, because if you see right here, we have a display flex. So that means the element is gonna be next to each other. So what I'm gonna do is just change it to column. So this element and this one is gonna be under it, and that's like in the small screens. So add and media query. So for the screen is gonna be, let me just make sure that I'm choosing the right number. Okay, yes. So max width, and the max width is 790 pixels. And then we're gonna just change everything. So I'm just gonna go the flex direction to be column, and then we're gonna align everything to the center, so everything is centered. So if I go back right now, and I go down a little bit, I feel like this is better. So now we have everything in the center, and then everything for the sign up also. And then one thing that I've noticed right here, maybe if you go back, what is it? So let me copy that. And then for the container, the last of type, we had this, but maybe at this point, because we pushed it a bit, so maybe the margin tab should be 0 now. We don't want to push it again because now it's under, so the margin tab may be 0. Oh, it depends, we'll see. Okay, I've copied something. Okay, this should be margin, forgot a name right here. So let me go back and see. Yeah, so even if you want to push it up a little bit, it's fine, or add like a, I don't know, we could change it, like it's up to you. The most important thing is functionality for me. And this is looking beautiful. And now what we need to do is actually work, like, because if you see right here, we have the, you know, the validation, but right here we don't have it, so we need to work on the validation. So for the validation, we need to go back to the form right here, which is this one. Okay, so this one where we have the name, email, and password. So this is the register one. So we're gonna need the validation schema to be different. So we can call it something like register validation. And then I'm gonna copy the name and just go, let me remove this and just enter it. Let me close that. I feel like it's a good idea to always close elements. It actually makes it way easier to understand your code. So I'm just gonna go under it and then const register validation. So call yup.object. Okay, and then the object is gonna be inside, and we're gonna have all the information. So for the name is gonna be yup.string as usual, and then we're gonna have all the validation we need. So for example, it's required, and it's gonna be what's your name, something you need, like something like friendly messages. And we need to use like double quotes because we are using singular quotes inside, so that means we need to use it like that. So what's your name? So this is for the required, and you can define also something that is called the min and the max. So the minimum is going to be like the minimum of characters. So you define, like, for example, it's 2, and then you can be like first name must be between like, I don't know, 2 and 16 characters, something like that. And then also you do it for the max. Let me remove this. So this is the maximum, and the maximum should be 16. So this is actually pretty nice. And also we want to like use the reject, so we can actually allow only, like, for example, the only from A to Z. We're not gonna allow any special characters because name doesn't have any special characters, so we can use matches for rejects. And right here we can define, like, so we're gonna open and then let me just try and find this. Okay, this one. And then right here inside this we're gonna define, also we need to close it right here, and so we're gonna allow from A, okay, and also like lowercase and uppercase to Z, you know, lowercase and uppercase. So the only allowed character is gonna be E to Z, either it's lowercase or uppercase. That's how you match your rejects. And then right here simply is gonna be the message, for example, numbers and special characters are not allowed, for example, are not allowed, something like that. Okay, and that comes for the name, which is a lot of validation. So let me save that, and after that we're gonna go for the email. The same thing is gonna be yup.string, and then simply it's gonna be required, and then email address. Okay, actually, you know what, let me just go this you will, sorry, double quotes, and this is gonna be you can just copy them from the source code. I'm just gonna try and write them. So you know what, but I feel like everything we've done right here we've done. So let me just copy them from my other code that I've already done. So I'm just gonna copy the email and stuff because it's a lot of writing that is actually similar. So let me just do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this is gonna be, sorry, I've missed something. So this should be from here to actually email. So let me have it right here, like that's unsafe. So for the email, it should be a string and then required, and this is a friendly message. You will need this when you log in, and if you ever need to reset your password, .email to make sure it's an email. By the message, enter a valid email address. For the password, we're going to use required, and we have a friendly message. Enter a combination of at least 6 numbers, less than punctuation marks such as So for the minimum also, this should be like we define like the minimum for our password and a maximum depending on what you want. And for the confirm password, the same as a string is required, and we're gonna use the one-off, and using the one-off we're using yup.ref, so we can reference to the password, okay, like here, and to make sure that it's like the same. Okay, so the password that we have right here, it should be the same in the confirm password by using the yup.ref. So the confirm password must be definitely the same as password, or you're gonna get this which is says passwords must match or doesn't match depending on what you wanna write. Okay, so I feel like this is pretty simple. I had to write it just because it's a lot. I had to copy it, sorry. So let me try that. So for the phone name, as you see now, you gotta be what's your name. If you try like and click on the sign up button, so this is the submit button, you're gonna get all these errors. So let's see if we type a name that is less. Okay, it's gonna say first name must be between 2 and 16 characters. Let me just zoom in a bit to see that. If we have a normal name, then we don't have any problems. Any email address that's wrong, we're gonna see enter a valid email address. So we have the form of an email address. We're not gonna have any errors. For the password, you can have any password, and you're gonna see if it's less than 6, he's gonna say it must be at least 6. If you have any password that is not the same as the retyped password, you're gonna see passwords must match. So everything working fine, and the validation is pretty nice, and I feel like I like it. Let me just zoom in a bit because it feels like, let me just make sure something, it feels like these elements we can see some sort of space. So let me try and fix that. If we go to the error, also that's going to be in the, let me just make sure. So in the inputs, if we go to the styles, and for the error pop-up, we had this, okay, this one, this span. So maybe from the bottom, we can go maybe only -10, -9. Let me just see, yeah, maybe this is better. Okay, so yeah, we fixed that. So let me go back to the normal state. So visually and for the validation, I feel like we've done it. And probably from the next video, we'll start actually to working on the sign up process and making everything work for the sign up, then sending emails and verification, and then the sign in process with NextAuth. And we're going to change a lot of settings in NextAuth, and you will see.